I've seen everybody leave. See my pops, I grew up without him, and I was fine. Well, okay, I had other problems, but never cried. I mean, why would I? What would it change? What would it solve? Him and my feelings for him were the same. Behind the wall, but yo, my pops, he came around. As I got older, I forgave him for not staying around. We started over after years of him being around and stepping in. His consistency made a difference ever since. Love you, man. Every day I wake up in the morning and pray that I don't make the same mistake. Holding on to anyone who don't want to stay in my life. Every night, a couple dozen tears that I fight. A lot of anger, a lot of pain to face. I can't make the same mistakes. I've seen everybody leave. I've seen everybody leave. See my uncle Robert, God rest his soul, was a kind of man who I admired, respectable, and I loved him, wish I could hug him. I called him dad, one of the best father figures I ever had. And my brother, my big brother, always the coolest, to be frank, you got him to thank. When you hear my music, I was livid that I couldn't stop. His consequences went from thinking outside the box to locked in it. Then there's Jimmy, my cousin Jimmy. More like my bro, was always close, but lately me and Jimmy, we haven't spoke. I've been a giver, he's been a taker. It broke my heart, but sometimes life finds a way to make you grow apart. And Lord knows, you gotta be okay to walk away. People with you for a reason, or a season, or a day. I know it matters to you who is in your life because you care, but look around and pay attention to who's there. Cherish them. Every day, I wake up in the morning and pray that I don't make the same mistake. Holding on to anyone who don't want to stay in my life. Every night, a couple dozen tears that I fight. A lot of anger, a lot of pain to face. I can't make the same mistakes. I've seen everybody leave. You can get way past day one and not have to look back anymore. You can learn to love yourself and not move in fear. You can recognize triggers. And as you achieve these things, you might look up one day and not see the people who you thought would always be around. But know, if everybody leaves, you have God and you have yourself. Childhood trauma. Say it ain't so. I'm telling you now, I don't care if it's a race, I'ma set my own pace on my mark. Ready, set, go. I'm ashamed that I used to shift the blame when I hadn't done my part. Like say it ain't so, barely even took the time to just stop and use my mind or try hard. That was before, but now I figure why not start? Hey, the biggest smile on my face when I'm around. You can't really tell that I'm hurting. Really do my best when out in public, keep my head from tilting down. But deep inside I feel like a burden. Everybody steady in my ear saying I should keep going. Not realizing that my heart is torn. Some days I wake up excited cause I know exactly what I'm doing. Other days I still wish I wasn't born. But it's cool cause I've dealt with the pain. If I wasn't so solid then I would melt in the rain. And the cycles I was in ain't do nothing but just keep on repeating. So I felt insane and I held tight to my selfish ways. Wouldn't seek help cause I would self-medicate. But when you look at me, just know that it's never too late. That's why I'm telling you now, I don't care if it's a race, I'ma set my own pace on my mark. Ready, set, go. I'm ashamed that I used to shift the blame when I hadn't done my part. Like say it ain't so, barely even took the time to just stop and use my mind or try hard. That was before, but now I figure why not start? I figure why not start? Hey, safe to say I found my rhythm. Don't you dare feel sorry for me, I am not a victim. We got problems and we fix them. It's just for me, music navigates the pain of my system. Beating the odds, I love that. If I ain't learning my lessons, then I mustn't have had enough yet. And Lord knows I can't be upset, cause every single time somebody tries to help, I change
How things been going? What do you mean by so?
I mean, just trying to like eat healthy, trying to work out, trying to get mental right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay. So why not start?
Yeah, you're right.
Wouldn't seek help cause I was self-medicated. But when you look at me, just know that it's never too late. That's why I'm telling you now. I don't care if it's a race, I'ma set my own pace on my mark. Ready, set, go. I'm ashamed that I used to shift the blame when I hadn't done my part. Like say it ain't so. Barely even took the time to just stop and use my mind or try hard. That was before, but now I figure why not start? I figure why not start? I'm telling you now. I don't care if it's a race, I'ma set my own pace on my mark. Ready, set, go. I'm ashamed that I used to shift the blame when I hadn't done my part. Like say it ain't so. Barely even took the time to just stop and use my mind or try hard. That was before, but now I figure why not start? I figure why not start? Hey, I don't care if it's a race, I'ma set my own pace on my mark. Ready, set, go. I'm ashamed that I used to shift the blame when I hadn't done my part. Say it ain't so. Barely even took the time to just stop and use my mind to try. That was before. Now I figure why not start. I figure why not start. Hey.
Hey, what's good, Greasy Gang? What's good, family? What's good, bro? We back. We back in the building, bro. We got another one coming for you tonight. So, hey, welcome back, bro. The shop is open. Welcome back. You know, the spot where ain't no judging. We ain't biased over here, but we keep it real and 100. You feel me? Straight out the gate. So if you in this building, bro, hey, please drop a like. Please subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment. Just let me know you in the building. You feel me? So all right, now look. I might not be here for a long time, maybe a short time. I don't know. You know how I go, but hey, we here. I'm gonna bring it to the lawyer, people. However many it may be, I'm bringing it to you. You feel me? Y'all tap in, we tapping in. Hey, but share the content, man. Share it to a person that you know that might fool with it. So they make sure it's somebody, whoop de whoop, and then we got a train. So, but we gonna get into it, man. Like I said, I might not keep y'all long, so hey, we gonna hit it quick and we gonna get up out of here. Feel me? So, but like I said, before anybody clutch their pearls, y'all see the title, bro. Y'all see the title. You feel me? Or before Big Mama calling somebody's phone, or before your auntie pause the video and say, mm-hmm. You feel me? Like, let me go ahead and say this right here. I love the South. I love it, bro. Like I'm the South. You feel me? I love it. I was raised in the South. I talk Southern. I eat Southern. You feel me? I think Southern. I'm church raised. I'm talking about porch raised. That type of, that South that don't embarrass your family raised. You feel me? So when I say taboo in the South, I'm not attacking home. I'm talking about what we never talked about at home. If you from the South, bro, if you from the South now, you can't sit here and tell me you don't already know, or you ain't already nodding your head because you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, down here in the South, bro. I mean, down here you live by a code. You feel me? Like unwritten rules, stuff you just don't say out loud. It ain't written nowhere. It ain't in no manuscript. It ain't in no book of life. You know what I'm saying? Like it's unwritten, but everybody know. You feel me? But everybody know. You know what I'm saying? One of them rules, you don't question the elders. You just don't, something you just didn't do. You didn't talk back to certain family members. You don't bring up money. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't bring up mental health. Like you don't bring up sexuality, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't bring up what really went on at the church. You don't bring up, what your uncle did. You don't talk about why your cousin went away. You don't bring up why your grandma really mad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're from the South, this stuff resonates with you if you're from the South. You feel me? Like you don't talk about why your mama drank a lot. You don't talk about why your daddy angry a lot. You just mind your business and pray about it. And let me be clear. I ain't saying the South is the only place like this. But the South, we elite at it. You feel me? Like I'm talking about, we elite, we the pro at it. We in the lead with it. You feel me? We don't, because we just don't, in the South, you just don't ignore stuff. You dress it up. You put a whole dress on it, makeup, wig, you know what I'm saying? Whoop de whoop. You got it looking fancy. Yeah, Lord. Yeah, Lord. You got to look at fancy. You feel me? We cover it with church clothes, Sunday dinners, That's just how they is. Pray for them. Don't speak that, We cover it with humor. Yeah, most importantly, we cover it with silence. See, in the South, silence wasn't awkward. Down in Mississippi, silence was things of discipline. Silence was respect. Silence was how you survived. You feel me? Like real talk. Like it was how you survived, and it started early, real early as a kid. You learned real quick what question not to ask. You asked the wrong question, and everybody just stopped talking around you. You know what I'm saying? People stop eating. The TV all of a sudden just go mute. Somebody clear their throat. And then mama give you that look. That look. Everybody mama in the South had that look where she'll look at you and you just knew you had done something wrong or you done something that you shouldn't have done. And that look meant we'll talk about this later. You ain't gonna talk about this in front of people. We'll talk about this later. And later never came. Because the lesson wasn't the answer that I would give you about talking to you later. The lesson was don't ask again. That was a lesson in it. Go sit your butt down, mind your business, and don't you ask that question again. That was the lesson. We didn't talk about sex in the South. They just warn you not to get pregnant. Ain't nobody explain nothing. Just don't come back here with a baby. How? Don't worry about how. Just don't. And then they shocked when kids grew up confused. You know what I'm saying? Like, or ashamed or sneaking or scared to ask questions. Like for real. Like you ain't even to where I was, you wasn't even allowed to say certain words. Like for real, certain words was off limits. You feel what I'm saying? Like everything was a nickname. Everything whispered. Everything was grown folk business. Grown folk business now. But somehow you're supposed to magically know how life works. Somehow. Some magical way you're supposed to know. Without asking any questions, without with being silent. Somehow you're supposed to know. Mental health. Oh no, not when I was coming up with no such thing. Mental health in the South? Nah. You ain't depressed. Just tired. You ain't got nothing to be depressed about. What could you possibly be depressed about? That's the way I was brought up, man. You feel me? What could you possibly be depressed about? You ain't got nothing. You ain't doing nothing. You going to school every day. What can you possibly be depressed about? You ain't got no, and then anxious about you. You just overthinking. Sit down and take your time and think. You feel what I'm saying? Like these were how it was. Like you ain't traumatized. You just need to pray hard. On Sunday, you need to go to the altar. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk, real spill. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't burnt out. You lazy. You burnt out from what? You ain't doing nothing to be burnt out. You know what I'm saying? Then you holler, oh, I'm overwhelmed. No, you just ungrateful. You just need to be grateful. You ain't overwhelmed by nothing. You just need to be grateful. And don't let it be a black Southern household, like for real, because then it's what you got to be depressed about. Me and your mama paying the bills. You got a roof over your head. You got food on the table. Then hush. What do you have to be depressed about as a kid? And don't get me wrong, now resilience is real. Strength is real. You know what I'm saying? Faith is real. But unhealed strength will break you quietly. And that's what we don't talk about. We praise strength so much that we never ask if somebody's okay. We don't talk about family trauma ever. Ever. You be 50 years old and still dealing with that trauma that you had when you was 10. You can have the same argument at every family reunion for 30 years and nobody ever say what the argument is actually about. You feel what I'm saying? Like real talk. Like nobody never gives any reason why it's happening. Everybody just picks sides like it's football. That's just how them sisters are. Woo to woo. No, something happened. Like, what's like? Can we not agree that something happened? But nobody want to say it because saying it mean dealing with it. So long as I don't say it, we ain't got to deal with it. We didn't talk about abuse. Like we didn't. Like you didn't talk about addictions. Like you didn't talk about infidelity. Like no, we didn't talk about money struggles. Like we didn't talk about jealousy. Like, we didn't talk about no favoritism. Like none of that. Like we ain't never talk about like why certain kids get treated differently. We never talk about why some folks always angry. Like why church folk act one way on Sunday, then another way on Monday. Like that's taboo. You feel me? At church, whew, Lord, take some deep breaths before we go there. Cause in the South, church ain't just church. It's culture. Like it's family, it's community, it's power. Like it's politics to a point. And you do not question the church. You can leave a church, but you better not. You better leave quietly. You can leave it, but you better leave quietly. You can disagree, but don't say it in front of people. You don't tell nobody. Because questioning the church leadership, that's disrespectful. Talking about church trauma, that's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Or rebellion. Calling out hypocrisy, that's judgment. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you didn't question the church. Whole time, folks getting hurt, shamed, silenced, and told just to pray about it. By the same cycle repeat. But nobody want to talk about it because the church supposed to be sacred. And I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. But sacred shouldn't mean untouchable. Another taboo is sexuality. If you different, you better be quiet about it. You better not, oh Lord, you better not have said nothing to nobody. Like you could exist, but don't announce it. Don't bring it to the cookout. Don't bring it to church. Don't bring it to grandma's house. Like woo, just do you somewhere else. And then folks wonder why people leave home and kind of never come back because home wasn't a safe place to be real. You know what I'm saying? Home was a spot when we did this certain country where you didn't do certain things. So they're gonna feel like, oh, I'm not safe here. Like we didn't talk about men's emotions, southern men especially. Like, no, you tough, you strong, you don't cry, like you don't complain, like you just and you don't ask for help. You know what I'm saying? You work, you provide, you endure, and if you break along. Then folks act surprised when men snap, disappear, shut down emotionally. Like there's nothing to be surprised about. That's literally um, the way we were trained. You know what I'm saying? You didn't talk about a woman being tired. Like Southern women expected us to hold everything together: family, kids, work, church, relationship, emotions, all of it. What to do? It's all on your shoulders. And if she complained at that point, hey, you was just ungrateful. You was ungrateful. She was dramatic. She nagging or bitter. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody asked who's pouring back into her or why she's this way or why she feel this way about that. That wasn't a question. We just judged and assumed and then said, be quiet. You should be able to handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't talk about generational curse. A lot of people don't believe in it, but we live in them, you know? We don't talk about how trauma passed down to different generations. We don't talk about how silence taught us survival, but robbed us of healing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't talk about none of this. Like, none of this, coming up. You learn to work to provide. That's what you learn to do. That's it. That's what you learn to do. Like, and listen, now I'm not saying everything need to be blasted on Facebook. What to do? I ain't saying every family scared or got a secret need of a documentary. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying some stuff need to be aired out. Some stuff need honesty. You know, some stuff need conversation that's uncomfortable but necessary, so we can get past it, so we can enjoy our life again. You know what I'm saying? Like, because taboo don't disappear just because you don't say it. Like, it just show up sideways in relationships, in parenting, in anger, in addition. Like, in fear, in silence. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when it shows up. And maybe the South changing. Just maybe the South is changing. You know what I'm saying? Slowly, younger folks asking questions now. They setting boundaries. They talking about therapy, mental health, trauma. They talk about church hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like money, sex, emotion. And some elders are comfortable, but discomfort ain't disrespect. Sometimes discomfort is growth. Sometimes you gotta ask these hard questions. So yeah, taboo in the South is real, but so is healing, so is conversation, you know, so is accountability. You know what I'm saying? So is grace. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta think about them things, especially ooh, excuse me, especially in the South. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the South. Now if you still here, that means you either agree or you mad but curious. Like either way, welcome back. You know, because stuff we didn't say, we're gonna go down through there now. That was just the front porch conversation. You feel me? Like now we sitting in the living room, shoes off, AC humming. You know, this is where folks get uncomfortable. Let's talk about respect because in the South, respect is a weapon and a shield at the same time. Like respect ain't just matters. I mean manners. Like respect is silence. Respect is obedience. It's don't correct nobody older than you, even if they're wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like especially if they're wrong. Because correcting them ain't the truth. It's about challenging authority. And challenging authority, now that's taboo. Now we came up and said you just didn't challenge your elderly folks. You did exactly what they asked you to do, and that was it. That's it. That's all, folks. That's it. That's all. You do exactly what they asked you to do. See, down south, age automatically equals wisdom. No ifs, ands, buts about it. It automatically whispers that. Now, is that true? I don't think so, but that's how it is. In the South, bro, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody checking if the wisdom actually there. No. You can be 65 and toxic. Not toxic as hell, but untouchable. And then mess people up because you grow up thinking age makes somebody safe, and it don't. Age just means they live long. That's it. They just live a little bit longer. That's it. That's all. That's all it means. Like for real. That's it. And don't let it be family elders neither. That hurt. That's gonna hurt somebody. Oh no, they get very deep because that's just how they were raised. Or that was a different time. Or they meant well. Meanwhile, the person that got hurt gotta just deal with it. They gotta forgive, move on, and be quiet. That's the rule. Like for real, that's the rule. You know. So we just talking about it real quick. We just talking about some taboo stuff real quick, in the South. So yeah, taboo in the South is real, but so is, healing. If this episode made you uncomfortable, good. That means it hit something real. It made you laugh, what to do. Like that's how you survive. If it made you think, that's how we grow. Because down here, we've been quiet long enough, and sometimes the most southern thing you could do is finally tell the truth. The most southern thing you could do is finally tell the truth. So, but I'm gonna give y'all a little content. You know what I'm saying? I always try to bring content. Feel me? So, don't let nobody go pop out or pop out. You know it is what it is. What to do? You know what I'm saying? But we should have had them. Well, the trap panels already done. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, then nobody pop out. So hey, I'm probably gonna get up out this thing. Appreciate the ones that did tap in. Jumped in, watched it. You for a second. Whatever you did, we'll do it. Everything matters to me. So I appreciate y'all for that. You know what I'm saying? But like I always say before I get up out of here, if you got somebody you love, go tell them. Go spend time with them, give them their flowers now. Because what someone is going through, they could very well be you going through it tomorrow. Saying so. Appreciate y'all, But hey, like and subscribe. Follow the channel, subscribe to the channel. We at 51 now. We're trying to run this thing up. So I'm gonna get up out of here too. So yeah, have a blessed night, breezy gang. We out.